Today we're going to look at the new Lightroom 2 Develop module that has local corrections for adjusting and enhancing images. I'm in the library mode currently, and I've selected an image that I'd like to enhance locally. So I'm going to hit the D key on the keyboard to transport me from the library module to the Develop module. And then within the Develop module, I'm going to hit the K key to activate the local correction brush. Now in this case here, I'm going to concentrate specifically on bringing up the exposure in this area, and then bringing down the exposure on the top. So currently, I've set the brush up for exposure, or plus exposure value, and I'm going to then move into the image area with my cursor. You'll notice you have a plus sign and a double ring around the plus sign. This controls the size of the brush if you use the left bracket key to make it smaller, the right bracket key to make it larger, and the shift left and right bracket keys will increase or decrease the feathering amount. So in this case here, I've got an effective size brush, and I want to lighten the areas along the rows of the tulips. So in this case, I'm going to start down at the bottom here, and I'm going to start to paint with the brush with the exposure adjustment. And I'm going to do a little bit on this side, and then a little bit on this side here, just like that. Okay? And then I might want to bring the brush down just a little bit smaller so I can get this area up here. Now, the great thing about this is your pin is activated right here. And if you push the cursor over the pin, you can see your mask. And if you need to make corrections to your mask, you can use the Alt Option key to minus from the mask, and basically you're minusing areas of the adjustment here. Now, if you want to look at the dynamic adjustment, you can just turn your cursor or control arm up and down, just like that, to season it to taste, like that. Now I'm going to create a new adjustment, and I'm going to click on this mask where it says new. That will give me a new pin. I'm going to make a wide swatch just to get a leading line of exposure down the middle here, just like that. And again, I'm going to head back to my exposure control slider and just bring it down just a little bit to enhance it. Okay? And then I'm going to add one more new adjustment here. This time I'm going to affect the auto mask, which allows me to paint, but at the same time it detects an edge within the image. So this way I'm going to reduce my brush size a little bit, and I'm going to start to paint with minus exposure along the horizon line over here to improve and maybe bring up some clouds that are back there. So as I paint over this area here, it takes into account the mask and the other transition areas. So if I park the cursor over here, you can see I'm actually improving on working with the image, and it's actually determining the transition edge. So this is really quite unique with the new Lightroom 2.0, where you can physically move around within your image to make adjustments locally to the image. And there you have it. Pretty cool stuff. I'll talk more about the local adjustment features in the next series of quick times. But the reality is here we have many exposure, brightness, contrast, saturation, clarity, and sharpness, as well as color features that we can add at the local level within Lightroom 2.0. Thanks for watching. Look out for my new book on Peach Pit Press.